You just imagine if you walk into like one of the top hotels, like the Ritz or the Dorchester and stuff. You're like, "Hi, can I have a framed Mason Greenwood t-shirt?"
3, 2, 1. Oh, that was horrible on
So
my
in
screen.
time.
It's like a waterfall.
It's
I
always.
don't know why I had the urge to hit stop recording after that. I was like, "Okay,
That's the
cool, job
podcast.
done, everybody."
That's like that urge to, like, you know, when you're like standing near a cliff and like a part of you's like, I want to jump.
Yeah, but I
That's
just
like
do
a
it.
micro version of that.
I get that all the time. It's horrible.
I've broken my legs
standing
so
there.
many times.
Oh, actually,
I found out I'm the same as my dad because my dad has it as well.
fuck you, mum.
We were in this massive tower. There's this huge tower in Cuba, and neither of us could go to the edge, like on the balcony, because we both just felt this horrific urge to jump. It was just so bad.
Aim for the
Oh, no.
bushes.
It's actually awful.
It's definitely a thing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
But do you also get like minor versions of that? Like,
Like on a paper.
No,
Getting-
it's just the constant urge to jump off of
Yeah,
everything.
it's a constant
No.
urge to kill myself.
not necessarily jumping, just like, you know, leaving
Not
a
allowed
bus
near
without saying
knives either.
thank you.
What?
Oh yeah, you gotta say thank you.
No, you always say
when you
thank
leave the bus. You gotta do that.
Fuck's that about?
Hello.
You have to do that.
Why?
Just you and me in the recording here.
Nope, we can
I
still
wonder
hear
what they're
you.
talking about. Oh, sorry. Hello. I was
And he's back.
I was talking to my friends in the Andy solo slice, which we'll keep at the end.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like
what were we
the
talking about?
offshoot podcast. Before we get too far
Yeah.
into this, hello everyone and welcome back to the Earth Sandwich podcast. Charlie, how are you this
Yes.
morning?
Yes, it is early in the morning. I'm doing well. How are you fellas doing this evening?
Not bad at all. Andy?
I'm doing spiffing, Charles.
Ooh.
Thank you for asking. Great word.
That is a very British word.
It's a big boy word.
Yeah, use that
That'd be a
about
lot of
3 days
points.
ago and you'd been shanked about 4 days from Sunday.
So, for those listening who obviously wouldn't understand the context of that, I was in Scotland visiting one of the members of the podcast.
Big
Not
abs.
specifically. I mean, I have a life outside of him,
It's
but
true.
it
I did
he
meet
was
his
also a
girlfriend
part of
and
it.
it was just a blow up of me.
Yeah. it was a cardboard
It's a bit
cutout of
off-putting.
James. Thank you for sending me that, by the way.
That's all right. I didn't even remember. It's a bit
Anything-
stickier than when I sent
anything-
it to you.
Anything from my fellow podcast host. We're just co-workers now.
Yeah, that's all we are.
No, but no, I was
No,
I was in Edinburgh.
You enjoy it?
It was very nice, actually. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know what I thought Scotland would be like.
You thought
But
you'd get
I
stabbed,
enjoyed
is
it.
what you thought.
No, I thought I wouldn't be able to understand anyone.
That's true.
And as it turns out, there were not actually that many Scottish people I had to interact with.
Yeah, that's something I actually
Not saying that's a good or bad
A
thing.
lot of the people always think like a really deep Scottish accent, mostly just like Glaswegians, and then because Edinburgh, obviously being the capital, is so multicultural. There's so many like English people, Irish, Welsh, like, and then obviously from further abroad. But you don't actually get a lot of people where you're like, sorry, what? That was just Scots. That wasn't like English with a Scottish accent. That was Scots. So
Yeah. Like, I felt that so much so that, like, even when I was walking about just randomly and, like, you hear conversations with people, I felt like oh, there's a Scottish person, rather than it being like they're the normal and you got to find someone else.
Did
But,
you,
no,
when
it's
you,
re-
when
yeah,
you
it was
arrived,
nice.
I forgot to ask when you got here actually, when you arrived, was there the bloke outside the train station playing the bagpipes?
Yes,
Yeah.
there
Always
was.
there. Never
Full
been to the train
regalia and
station
everything.
without him being there, yeah.
He got there. In fairness, he wasn't already playing when we arrived. We arrived at like, I think like 4, 5-ish, and he was setting up. And I said, do you know, I remember the first thing me saying is, I don't know what I thought I'd see when I got off the train, but I wasn't immediately struck. Like, I didn't think, wow, I'm in Scotland. And then that dude started playing like
And
5
then you
minutes
look
later.
past him and you've got the castle in the background.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Got a castle, Edinburgh gin written everywhere, and then this bagpipe motherfucker just turns up. And I'm like,
Can't do it.
I'm here now. This makes sense.
welcome.
Welcome, yeah. But no, it was really good. It was really good. Also, I've got a little gripe with Edinburgh. I thought it was going to be really cheap alcohol.
No, it's a cap.
Now, And that's on me, partly. On me, totally. But I thought it was going to be... I had in my head it was going to be like Newcastle, where all the pints are like £2.90. Yeah, but no, it was not. But it was good.
They're all
I love that that's your gripe about Edinburgh. It's not as good as I thought it would be in my head.
Yeah, that's the only reason it's a 9.5 in my books, rather than 10.
I think, and that coming from like Winchester, it's just expensive there. So coming up here, it feels normal. Whereas for some people, as you say, if people came from Newcastle, they'd be like, "This is so fucking expensive," because they're used to, throwing a shoe at somebody and getting given a pint. So yeah. Like we've only ever lived for prolonged periods of time in expensive places, expensive pint places. Go us.
Go
Andy
us.
playing Blue Eyes White Privilege in attack mode, right?
Damn right. 3,000 attack, baby. Oh, that's sad. But it was really good.
Went out for a nice dinner.
We did. Went for a very nice dinner.
How long?
Had a good chat.
Just as a context, how long have you and Sophie been together?
3.5 years.
And that was the first time I'd met her.
That was.
It's actually like far too long.
I kept it
was
pretty
about
safe.
a year.
The basement hasn't
It was
been
about a
unlocked in
year.
years.
No, I've been locked down there for so long. No,
I think you've been. How long had you been dating her when I met her? Because I did
Not
the
long.
uni thing
No,
where I
that
came
must
and
have been
visited
pretty quick.
everybody. So
that was
I think that
sub
was
a
fairly
year.
early
I
on.
think that was pretty short.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing.
It's
like,
a
when,
long-ass
when
time.
Me and Freya got together. She met people quite quickly because we were all back in Guernsey or, coming back
Oh,
for
yeah.
summer and stuff like that. So it kind of works out nicely. But with everyone being all
Yeah.
over the shop, just feels like
yeah, it's definitely very wild. It is a bit wild how James is like the first person. So we've got like a group chat, as a lot of people do, of like their home secondary school mates and sixth form mates. We got a group chat. James is the first person I've met from that group chat in months, and he lives the second furthest away out of all the, aside from Charlie, of all the people in that group chat. And I got to him first. But
Pretty
no,
decent.
it was a
What is funny though is it's how much things have changed, right? Because when we were all at obviously school and just getting jobs early on and before everyone went off to uni, Andy lived 10-minute walk from my house. James was about 15, and now it's like
very
to
close.
get to James, it's like what was it, like a train or something? And then to get to me, it's like a 26-hour flight to get to me now. It's like
Yeah.
it's not that easy anymore.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a perfect description to why we're doing stuff like this, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Like you keep that communication, you keep being able to talk to each other and everything like that. So
because it is that thing with like adult friendships are different to kids friendships, because you don't really, because kids friendship you see each other all the time, but now it's like adults, it's like maybe once a week might drop a meme in the chat.
Yeah.
someone will react to it.
We're doing good.
Send a
Yep.
message. Like,
Oh yeah.
It's literally, it's like drops a meme, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't.
I think that's
I
enough.
don't think I've.
Also,
Yeah,
when
that's
just
enough.
when you're
Yeah.
kids, you're kind of like you make a lot of friends out of convenience. Like so, like you might be like at school and you might be just friends with them because you're in the same class, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's then once you
Well, like
leave
me and
school-
Andy were friends because we were in the same tutor group.
Yeah, so that's convenience
we were
friend
friends.
because you're not really friends anymore. So
Well, we're co-workers now.
We don't, yeah.
colleagues.
Yeah.
But like
business
There's a lot of
partners.
animosity on this podcast.
Yeah.
But as you kind of get past that stage and you get into like jobs and stuff, you can you're very much more just picking your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
You're
it's,
like,
it's
I
very
don't
true.
have to be friends with you. I don't have to
Yeah.
be like, I'll
Especially
be
as-
pleasant to you. But
I think it's you might have already mentioned this, but it's partly just like the time. Like time is a huge resource, and
not gonna waste it.
yeah, like
Speaking of which,
people only have a certain amount of hours in a day, and you're not going to be like messaging people you kind of only half really like am fans of consistently, are you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's nice. Like when you do make like at this age, you do make like a new friend, and it's like, oh shit, like you're actually someone I want to hang out with. More.
But I
Tell
don't
you what,
even I don't
yeah.
even know if it's just that. It's just like I'm still good mates with a couple people back in Guernsey, but I wouldn't have messaged them since I came out here because it's just like. But if I went back to Guernsey, it'd be like, yeah, let's go for a drink and stuff.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
it's not like I'm still very good
Yeah.
mates with them, but we can't do anything. So
Yeah.
I feel that's more of
like,
a
little bit hard.
testament.
there's
to,
no point.
Yeah, that's a testament to like dudes and dudes.
Yeah.
Like there are people that I haven't like. I'm trying to think. There's a guy I knew from primary school who like I maybe message or like we play a game of like COD like once every year and a bit. But every time we start playing, it's as if we played with each other last week.
Well, that's
It's
the,
very-
that's
it's very
the
weird.
beauty of like like real friends and that kind of thing. Because I have exactly the same thing, whereby me and Freya, we've got like mates from uni, but one of the friends that we're both like really close with is a guy called Gabe. Yeah, oh, you guys know Gabe, you met Gabe, didn't you?
I've met Gabe.
Yeah, and it's like we're both really close with him, and Freya will message him quite a lot. We will never talk, but then when we're back together, it's like it's like you've been talking that whole time. You have a quick catch up, and then it's completely back to normal. And I think that's a real testament to like I say like real friends and that kind of thing, that you are just straight back into it.
No, it's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Like it was a very pleasant time seeing you the other day. It was also very, very jarring because not really jarring
Because he's annoying as shit.
because I hate him. No,
God, I actually don't like this guy.
traveled all that way for a coworker. But, no, it was very jarring because you go from like being in your own like not insular, but like your own little small world with what you're doing, like your job and your people that you see on a more common basis, and then you're like, oh, there's the guy I've known for 10 plus years, and you just go, oh, I'll go see him this weekend, and it's just very nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I think that's why like it's a planning thing. It's kind of irrelevant, but we'll get him back to Guernsey at some point. Like maybe Charlie, excluded just because of the amount of money it would cost.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I see how it
well,
is.
no, it's gonna cost so much money, isn't it? Like, realistically, I'll be back for like 3 days.
Yeah. If I came
We'll
back,
get
it'd
on
have to be
Skype.
like a month or a couple of weeks at
Or-
least. Or something
Yeah.
like that,
we go on
But I
holiday
mean,
to
like,
Australia. Probably would be a
Wow, that's the.
I still think a road trip would be fun as hell.
Yeah.
I still
Oh,
want to do a lap of Australia, but even without that, there's loads of places I want to go and see.
Zealand road
At
trip.
the moment,
See Mordor.
That's good done. Yeah. I mean, at the moment,
the Shire.
one of the things that I've discovered since coming back is it's quite tough to make adult friends.
oh, it's like dating.
Like, it almost is.
There's
you know,
literally
'cause it's
apps
like
for it now,
because people have
Are there?
established friend groups, and it's quite difficult to try and get involved in that, and especially with like group chats and things like that, because they're all up to date on the banter and stuff. If you're not in that group chat, you're fucked, right? It's just because you're out of the loop, and it's like they'll be checking their phones and off in the group chat and stuff, and I'm there like,
Like, okay.
And also,
I don't
people
know what's going
potentially
on.
Have, like 10 years of banter.
exactly, no, they will,
Like
yeah,
built
exactly.
up, so it's so difficult.
They'll be
if
mates
you're
since
not
school.
Pre-friends with them already for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's definitely like just last night I was out. So I work for like part time for like a film company, and we had like a post work like drinks watching Chelsea lose 3-1 to Real Madrid. That was fun.
That
Nice,
man's head
nice.
is
I was-
wonderful.
And not only that, but I lost 10 quid because I thought Bayern would beat Villarreal, and they didn't. Cheers, Bayern. But
That was their first loss in
no-
the Champions League
yeah.
this season as well.
Fuck me, Unai Emery, what a man. But it was a really like strange but very enjoyable experience. Just like chatting. It was like you're dating people. You gotta be like you're slowly figuring out info about these people's lives,
Yeah.
and
But
it was just
and
it was a very enjoyable experience.
it is less of a it's dating, but in a slightly different sense, isn't it? Because dating, you're trying to figure the person out, trying to see if you can get on and see if you like each other and things like that. But with making new friends, it's tough in a different way, because it's just like it's like when you sit down, it's like yes, I was watching football. Do you watch football? I was watching football. No, I don't like football. Oh, okay.
Anime? No.
Yeah, do you like anime? No, I didn't think so. Right.
Yeah.
Do
So what
do
is
you
your
like
I love
video games so much?
equestrian.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are
What do
you?
like?
Child?
Yeah, exactly. What do you like doing? Smoking weed. Oh, okay.
That's
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
anything else? Yeah.
just the effects of smoking weed.
Sick.
Cool.
Laters.
No, but you know what I mean. It's like you need to find a common interest pretty fucking quick because otherwise the conversation dies down and it's just like, okay, this is awkward. You know, it's like
that's the thing. Like with the, you know, I was saying about those like apps and stuff. There's like Bumble, but for making friends and stuff. And it's like
there's Bumble Date and there's Bumble Friends.
Yeah, because there's like a whole thing where you could just like, you know, just go on someone's profile, see what they like, and just go, oh, sick. Have you watched? Say it might be, you know, anime.
This.
You just go, oh, you watched the new season of Attack on Titan, and that's immediately something in common.
Which is
you can go talk
absolutely amazing.
Which is fucking sick.
So, I haven't seen
fuck
it.
you, Andy. I know. You're a dick, and I hate
I
you.
would not match you.
How dare you? No,
but yeah, that's why there's that
you're
kind
right.
of thing. Because especially for, you know, for people like me recently moving up in the last year up here, I knew no one whatsoever. And so you have to go out and you have to go, like, you know, I went and played Frisbee again. You know, you're chatting to people at the gym, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a cute little gym rat? Do you make, like, little gym friends? Do you go, like, you know, give a good spank on the arse when someone hits a PR?
No, I don't.
No?
No. I go to quite a small gym. You know, everyone's lovely in it, but it's quite a powerlifters gym. And the first like, 2 weeks that I was there, I went in at like just after midday, so it's when kind of all the people that go when it's quiet were going, and there were people like taking photos like in the mirrors and stuff, but they're huge, and so I could see them being like tagged by the gym. So I was looking at their account and they're like sponsored by My Protein and Gymshark and stuff like this. And I'm stood there like,
I got
just walk up in a really high-pitched voice. A high-pitched voice, like, can I spot you?
Check out my podcast. But yeah. Speaking of getting places online, Charlie, Charlie's been making mad moves.
Charlie's made an OnlyFans.
I'm not.
I was about to say that. How has the OnlyFans gone?
Have you got your dick out?
No.
He has got some cute toes. No,
Has got some cute balls. That's what you're going to say.
If I could make money off of selling feet pics, I would. I don't even deny it.
Somebody would buy it.
I'm not above that.
I've been doing Twitch. I've been mainly doing balloons, which has been pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been setting up as much as I can and watching a load of videos and stuff. And I got affiliate in about a week, I think.
Well done.
About a week.
Clap.
Thank you.
Good, yeah.
Thank you.
What does that mean? Is that quick? Like I genuinely have no idea.
It means that you get 50 followers. And at that point your channel can become monetized, so you can start making money, which I thought at first I was like, oh, that's you know, pretty cool, and that's like a really good first step on the, you know, rung to actually making this a full-time job sort of thing. But I've actually realized I'm really pissed off with it, and the reason I'm pissed off with it is because they've stuck pre-roll ads on the front of my stream. Right. So that means when people click on my stream, instead of seeing me immediately and getting straight into the content and stuff, they now have to watch a 30-second ad beforehand, which a lot of people will click on, see the ad and go, fuck that, and click off. So
because
it's really irritating.
That you get to choose whether you show one or not.
You can get rid of them, but you have to run an ad yourself, right? So if I have to run 90 seconds of ads, and then the pre-roll's on a cooldown for half an hour, right? So basically, every half an hour, I have to run 90 seconds of ads to stop the pre-roll, which I'm not doing because I'm playing balloons. That takes longer than half an hour. I'm getting people in, and it's just so I'm actually thinking
previews of this count it as an ad.
Yeah, exactly. But it's quite annoying.
So I'm a subscriber. Hi, what's up? So
Andy
I don't
did.
I don't actually see the pre-rolls anymore. But for those pre-rolls, do you get quiche for it?
It's very minimal. It's like 0.005 pence.
Okay.
Or whatever. It's nothing. It's no,
Yeah.
And that's why it annoys me, because it's no benefit to me and it's no benefit to people actually watching. In fact, it's bad for me because people who click on it and are hit with an ad and then click off
Wait,
because there's an ad,
it's-
or they're not immediately gripped by whatever I'm doing at
And
the time,
that's
and
the
then just
difference
click off
between
quick.
like established people as well. Because if you're established, or for the people that keep coming back to your stream, they'll immediately go, "Oh, well, I know what's coming. I don't mind this." But it's that
exactly.
new viewers. It's difficult to watch.
Yeah.
90,
it's
30
the new
seconds
viewers, and
to then go,
'cause
"Oh,
I've got-
I hate this in 10 seconds."
because I've got a small like core base at the moment, and it stirs me up every time one of them isn't in. I'm just like, where have they gone? What's going on? What have I done? Have I fucked
They
something
hate
up?
me. I know they hate me.
They hate me now. But I've got a bit of a base going, which is okay, and they'll come through it and stuff. But it's just like any new viewers, I feel like I've now got to up it, and I've got to make it, which is of course something you need to do anyway. But it now means like I can't have like any moments of dead air or anything, because if someone gets through ads and sees 10 seconds of me not saying anything, they're just going to click off.
Yeah.
So it does mean I have to change my approach to it a little bit, but that's okay. That's part of the development and stuff. I just wish those ads weren't there, and I could get on with this as part of natural progression.
Yeah. It's like
The
a
other
weird
option is I
obstacle
just-
thing.
Yeah,
Kind
but the
of.
other option is I just start taking more like scheduled ad breaks where I get up and get a drink of water or tea or whatever. So that's what I'm going to have to start doing. A bit
Yeah,
more.
but
but I've got a
at the same
couple
time
ideas
with that,
coming
it's a
up.
bit-
So.
It's difficult because you might not be able to go at that point. You
Yeah.
might be mid-round or something, or mid-game, and then suddenly you've got to realise
Well,
that you've got to do an ad break, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to, and it just cuts the tension for if you're playing. I don't know. Were you playing Phasmophobia the other day?
I was playing Phasmophobia the other day, yeah. But I mean, I think the way I can get around that is when I do balloons at the end of every whatever we're doing. Once we've completed the map or once we've completed the challenge or whatever, then I can go for the ad break and it runs it. So some people get pre-roll ads, but most of them will be cut out. That's what I'm going to have to start doing.
That's a
which
nice way
is-
to do it.
it's
at the
fine,
end, because it
and I can
feels
do
like
that.
a natural conclusion.
Yeah.
So-
I can see that makes sense. Yeah, with balloons, I guess that'd be more difficult to do, but still probably
Yeah.
not impossible. But and you were also saying how you so I was on a call with Charlie as he was figuring out how sounds work. How was it? Yeah, not just the concept of sound. He's well
He's
aware of
that,
audio.
the whole tree
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the forest thing.
I actually need
Yeah.
to do more in that. Actually, I need to have more of a look at that. But it's,
Do you want
it's
us to
basically
print
people
present
would
you
give.
some sounds now that you'll be able to use?
No, that's fine.
Like,
No, that's okay.
Do you want? Okay, give me a theme.
I
do you
don't. I
think?
don't
Come
need
on.
sounds to be presented.
Let's get crowd
do you actually
work.
want one little scare?
I
No,
don't
I've
know
got
what you
enough
did
of
Here's
that.
that.
one. I'll present you with this one. Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
That's down low. No. Yeah.
Can I do one real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Jesus fucking Christ, Charlie.
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
Have that as a
nice.
sound alert.
I mean,
That's
you
good,
have to
yeah.
pay for that, but still, worth it. No, anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
What were we going to say? And
But
yeah.
yeah, I need to add a few more in, but I don't know. I don't think that's quite. I don't think it quite works for balloons, so I'm sort of leaving them there. But I don't know if it's I don't know if it's going to be
Bloons
used
not
as
a
much.
particularly reactive game. I think that's the
No,
side
it
where
isn't.
it's, like, not gonna work particularly
Or at the
well.
very least,
But
us
it's-
non-balloons players can't understand how it
Yeah.
would be.
We haven't got the
Yeah.
But
hyper
it's-
intelligence to play it. So.
No.
But like
I'm
all
not
the
thinking.
videos and stuff that I've been watching are all like you need to build this core base. So you need to play the first game you start with for a long time. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I can't actually deviate too much from balloons at the moment. So I'll just set up whatever like the chat asks me to set up. I'm noting it down and I'll try and set those things up. So I'll do it that way. But
It's a good
yeah,
shout.
but I've decided I'm going to do a bit of a challenge, right? So
Oh Christ.
when you complete a map in balloons, you black border it, right? So I have not black bordered every map in the game. So I'm going to do a challenge where I have 10 days to black border all the maps, and if I can't do it, I shave my beard.
Ooh,
Ah, I like that.
dig it.
I like that.
Yeah,
Grow it out for 10
that's
days.
the plan. That's the plan. So
What you should do
yeah.
is, if people donate money, you can't touch your mouse for 30 seconds or something. In
That would
which
be
case,
cool. Or
I
even-
would just donate a lot.
Or even
I'd
if
donate.
they donate, they do, and you fail, they can choose a segment that you've got to keep. So you've got to keep the right side of your mustache or something, or
Just
the left
50-50.
side of your left sideburn.
Yeah. Or you're gonna have mutton chops by the end of it.
Yeah,
Like,
they
that'll
get
be-
yeah. Whoever donates the most gets to pick what you shape it into.
I like it. I
Oh
like
god.
It. You see now.
But
you
yeah,
can-
so that's what I'm planning to do, and I'm working on titles that are a bit more interesting as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going for at the moment.
Yeah.
very exciting.
But that's pretty much all I've been doing.
I like
Because
it.
I was intending to get out a little bit more and go riding, because I bought a new bike. Got a new
Nice.
bike, the insurance.
Road
So we have a
bike?
new bike.
Gravel
Smart.
Oh.
It's like a hybrid sort of
Nice.
bike, so it's pretty.
Or
it's
like
pretty
half
good.
gas.
But I have a slight problem, which I
I can't ride a bike.
need to fix. So I bought a fantastic lock for this bike.
Oh, I'm.
You can't
Like
unlock it.
Andy knows it's a 4 number code. Locked the bike up, and I've forgotten the combination. So
I remember you sent me that, and I can't remember where I was in the world, but like I couldn't like immediately think what was going on. Like I was like, no, I can't. Like I was just skipping through it basically.
I
And
sent
then
a
you
Snapchat
messaged me
to a bunch
later,
of
and I'm
people.
like,
Yeah.
oh, you fucking idiot. What?
I sent a Snapchat to a bunch of people, just like explaining what the bike, explaining the new bike, explaining the
It was
new
really
lock,
good.
and I was like, it's really good. You know, it's fantastic because even you know with most combination locks, you pull it, you feel the tension, and then you can unclick it that way. This one you can't, so it's great anti-theft. And also, I've forgotten the fucking combination, and I can't ride my bike.
Can't steal
So-
your bike.
So we've now
But-
got 2 bikes in the living room, and I'm just going through it. And it's just
Are you
Fuck, have
actually
you-
going through it one by one?
How many
I am.
have you done the math? Well, what is it? There's 4.
There's 4 numbers.
So
numbers.
I
Was that-
swear down. It started.
many?
It's only 10,000 combinations. It's
Oh,
fine.
I
I swear
Get there
down.
eventually.
Right. I swear down. It started with a 5. So I went through all the 5s. Right. I went through 1,000 combinations. Wasn't any of them. So then I went to 4. Right. I went through 1,000. Wasn't any of them. So now I've started from 0, and we're going up and up and up.
But do you know what? I'm gonna fuck with your shit a little bit. Is there a part of you that goes like, well, maybe I fucked up doing one of the 5 ones?
Yeah, I was just about to say you're going to get to like 5001, and that's going to be the one.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It was pretty
No.
dark when I was doing it, and I have a concern that I did skip a number.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have
Now
you
I've
got
got you in your head now.
10,000 in sequence written on the wall, and you're like scraping them off as you go through?
You know, like an old like.
No, it's literally
Detective
just like
board.
starting
Yeah.
at like 001, 002, 003. When I go up to the top, 0010, 0011, 00. That's what I'm doing right now.
That
and
sounds
that's what I have to
hilarious.
do.
That sound. Do you know what? That's one of those.
Put
That's
it
one
in
of
the
those
lounge
things
so we
where
can do it from the telly.
if we live near each other, and you're like, oh, dude, I actually finally figured out the pin. I'd be like, dope, and then I just change it when I was drunk. Yeah. I'd be like, and then you're like, what's not fucking working? Nah, man. it's
You
just
walk out of the
fucking
house.
yeah. It's
was
like,
just-
have
I
you
was
seen
just
that?
sat-
Ugh.
But I was just like sat in the lounge like doing it, and my mum was going, "Oh, if only you'd written it down." It was just like, yeah, I haven't thought about that actually. No, thanks, Captain Hindsight. That thought
probably
I haven't
do that.
sat there at night thinking for hours on end. Just why didn't I write
Staring
that
at 4
fucking
digits
number
on
down?
the wall. What are these 4?
Because I remember as well, I took great care to pick something that meant nothing to me, so no one could guess it.
It
And
was
I
too
thinking-
good,
and now
not
I'm
even
just
you
like-
could crack
Yeah.
it.
And I'm just thinking, it wasn't based off anything. I just plucked it out of thin air. Like, what the fuck was it?
Yeah, you got no chance.
Yeah, you ain't getting
It's
it.
just like that.
So,
like that reminds me
it's
of
just gonna be going through
that
it.
comedian. Like I can't remember. He did some bit where it's like it's not illegal to put bike locks on things.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that? Just like
No.
you go outside someone's bike, just a random person's bike, and you put a bike lock on it. That's not illegal. Maybe you did that to yourself. You ganked yourself.
I mean, the only thing that's giving me a little bit of hope is that my dad's previously done this, right? And he actually went through and did it himself. He went through a combination lock years ago,
So much time.
right? So I know, but it was like in his case it was different. It was a lock which we found that we didn't actually know the code for, and we owned it years ago, and we don't
Found
know
it
the
on a
code. So
bike.
his was different.
A lot of
But
Timmy
my-
getting his fucking bike back.
Got 2 bikes with it for free. No, but like Like, so, but mine, it was just like, I don't know. It's so much pain. It's so much pain.
What are you up to currently?
I'm back up. I'm at. Oh, I just hit 700 there. So we've done 2,700 combinations out of 10,000. So it's actually moving. Not bad.
27% through.
Yeah,
that's
all right.
I've been doing it for 4 weeks.
It's actually been 3 days, but yeah. It's,
Jesus. No, that sounds like absolute fucking hell.
That does sound awful.
But part of me,
time.
Yeah,
part of me, you know, when I'm going through it, there is a part of me that thinks, I deserve this. I absolutely deserve this.
That is gonna
like I didn't write
my
it
own
down.
downfall.
I didn't base it off anything. It was really fucking stupid, and I absolutely deserve to sit here scrolling through this for days on end for being such a fucking idiot. Like,
Do you know what? James has got a point. The moment you unlock it, that is going to feel mad.
that is gonna feel so good.
So if you've got any like
I'm
addictions
gonna write it
to
down
anything,
immediately.
if you've got any problems and you're like, fuck, I need to get a high somehow. That would be a good way. Buy like 50 bike locks. Deliberately don't get told the code.
Your addiction in it. Get someone to
Yeah.
the code and then go through it.
And then you finally get it, and then there's another 2 bike locks.
Yeah, but what if you finally get to it and then you're like, I don't even want it.
Do you know what it feels like? It feels like I'm doing the world's shittest escape room. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like.
Just one-sided escape room. When it's the bike trying to escape.
Yeah, there's no
It's
keys.
like
There's no like
infinite
hidden
guesses,
things.
But the word doesn't exist.
Yeah, or for some reason it's a word you've already guessed, so you never think of it again.
First word.
It's oh my god! Can you imagine how cruel that would be? Worded with infinite guesses, but it doesn't count the first time you write it.
And so the entire time you're like, maybe it was the first one.
Yeah, you're scrolling
like,
back. Where did I put that? Shit.
You're like going through the dictionary, just like, first, have I entered aardvark twice yet? I don't know.
I can't.
This reminds me. I've got a gripe to pick with Wordle. Have you guys heard of Wordle?
Wordle, yeah.
No.
It's Wordle, but it's countries. So
Is that global?
I don't know, man. I use some
There's global,
crazy
which is
Canadian
like
shit.
that.
Then basically, I'm using Wordle. They pick the most obscure countries.
Well, they just randomly pick a country. Every odd's got the same odds as coming up.
I've had Christmas Island. I've had. That's fair. That was the only difficult one. I then had.
Also, that doesn't sound that difficult. Gotta be honest.
I had Luxembourg.
I had
Again.
Saint Lucia when I did it. Which
Yeah,
is
you see?
full of shit.
Like I don't know what Saint Lucia looks like, or Christmas Island, and then you get that moment where you get within like a certain amount of like kilometers, and you're like, well, there's only like 2 countries in this area, and then turns out it's this some sort of like
There's one in the middle of the
Ascension
ocean.
Island somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tiny. That's it.
Do you know what I miss? I miss the days when GeoGuessr was free. That's
You got
what
to
I
pay for
miss.
GeoGuessr.
You do.
it's-
You get
it's
5
mad
minutes
now.
of free play, or you have to pay £1.50 a month to play it, and it's just like, why?
Why?
Surely there must be some sort of like
sad.
some knockoff version of GeoGuessr.
It's not as fun though, is it?
No.
I suppose you
Yeah,
could
where
do a
you
Google
are.
Maps thing if someone else drops.
We
the
did a
pin.
Google Maps thing with
Yeah.
in the quiz. Charlie did it.
That
For
was
context,
GeoGuessr,
that's-
wasn't it?
context, we did like a quiz. Charlie just took a screenshot from like Google Maps, and we had to guess where in the world that was.
Yeah.
You know.
So I suppose you can
couldn't
sort of do it if you get other people to set it up, but it's not the same convenience, you know.
No, not at all. But for £1.50
and
a month,
GeoGuessr was great fun.
Because why don't they just run ads on it? I suppose they might
so
already
they've probably
do.
been running ads this whole time.
Get that 90-second pre-roll.
Exactly.
Which Charles knows all about now. But
I never really played GeoGuessr actually. There was,
I did a lot. It was fun.
There was the fella who was doing like, I think his name is either GeoGuessr or something else on YouTube. But he basically
know who
does
you
like
mean.
loads of GeoGuessr stuff, and he also like walks across countries in a straight line.
yes, is he English or
I think
Scottish?
so, yeah.
Or something?
And he literally like walked across Wales and like in just a straight line. So if he got to someone's house, he's got to like knock on their door, and they try and plan it so they don't. But sometimes they got to go across like farmland and train tracks and like
I-
people's gardens
I love-
and stuff.
I only ever watch one of so those videos are quite long because he's
You gotta
covering a
walk it.
lot of ground. Yeah, I watched one of those and it was something like crossing like Northern Ireland or something. And I remember to the start of the video he's like, "So today we're going to be answering the question: can you cross Northern Ireland in a straight line?" And then I watched all of it, like the 25 minutes, and at the very end he's like, "And an answer to my question, no." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, sick.
Sick.
He's got like
Glad I watched all of that.
like a deviation thing of where it's like he can't go for like 5 meters either side of the straight line, and they've got like a GPS that's like pinpoint, so they have that 10-meter space that if they need to, like not climb over someone's car, they can do that. But it's a good watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. That's how you know you're older. There's probably not many 12-year-olds watching that. Oh, maybe there are. I don't know. But
I've fallen into
I
like, trap.
It's not clickbaity enough.
No.
Why? What type of YouTube are you trapped in now?
Oh, I was just falling into like there's a guy called Xander Butnick, and he lives in like Canada or Utah or something, and he just goes out into the wood and just camps with nothing. He'll just walk out there and he'll have like a tarp, and he'll just set up a tarp, and it'll just be him fishing, catching his dinner, and cooking it on a fire, and then just doing that for like 5 days straight. And I just
are these hella long videos as well,
except for the atmospheric noises, and I'll just sit there like,
yeah, yes, I am cultured.
this is wonderful.
It makes you feel one at nature, even though you're in your room.
And another guy called Craig Adams, I'll shout him out. Fucking awesome YouTube channel. It's him just walking.
Is he? Well, just like the line guy.
Yeah, but he just goes on treks around the world and just walks them and just films it. Aesthetically, they are stunning. Interesting.
Is he like funny?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
He will
is he like
and just take the
facts?
shots? It's mainly because it's mostly photography, so I get I enjoy that side of it. But
you get a photography boner, you get a media student boner.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like it.
God, I haven't done anything like that in ages though.
No, I've not been creative in a while.
Speaking
of,
where do you work at?
I work at a video company. Speaking of media being annoying, so I today purchased Lego Star Wars The Skywalker collection, if that's what it's called, and I've yet to play it because it takes 25 hours to download on my internet.
Whoa.
I woke up at 6 a.m. with the express purpose of starting the download, naively thinking that it would be ready by 5 p.m. when I finish work. Alas, it is not. And I'm just like, and it's also annoying because I'm gone for the next week. So it will probably be done if I leave it on overnight, just as I'm leaving the house for a week. And I'm like, the entire week I'm just going to be like seething to play it.
Running
and then it's
going to
be one of those.
You hear it making noise like, is it done?
Yeah, and then it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna be so hyped to play it, and it will probably just be alright.
And then the install
and
will be
I'll be like,
13 hours.
Yeah, but you have an update.
What would be extremely entertaining from my perspective, right, is if you download it, right, spend all this time downloading it, go off to the US, you have your holiday. Whilst you're there, all the ratings for the game come out, and they're all dog shit.
Trash.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but like at least on Xbox, you've got like a week to return a game if it's busted. So like that would be gone. Like I'd have missed that. So I'm just like, well, fuck it. Now I've got to force myself to play this fucking game.
It's Lego doing the Skywalker saga. It's
gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
There's not a bad
I'd be shocked if it was bad. No, there isn't.
Interesting.
So I would be very surprised if it was bad.
There's no online multiplayer.
Good. Who cares?
Yeah. Why?
I know, it's just an interesting. I'm not saying it's.
Game?
I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it's interesting, like a huge, brand new AAA game.
No, you're right.
No online.
Do you know what I'd have rated if they'd have made it essentially just Battlefront 2 with Lego as the?
It kind of looks like that.
If they'd have just done that, like the online mode, that'd be sick. That'd been really cool.
It is. That's the one thing that I think is going to take some getting used to, because it's like, instead of being like the traditional Lego Star Wars of like a top-down view of like a large scene, It's like a over-the-shoulder kind of
Oh,
GTA thing. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But no, very hyped for that. Very hyped for that.
That could be
I don't know
crazy.
about you guys, but I got in that mood recently where I'm like, none of the games I have are entertaining me anymore. I need something new.
yeah. Do you know
And
what? Since
Star
we
Wars.
did that, the video games 3x3, I haven't touched Assassin's Creed.
Interesting. And that-
Literally, I've got
for the
two
purp-
of them that I need to play through. I haven't touched them. Mainly because I
And-
haven't had time.
yeah.
But at the same time, I've had no
Yeah.
desire to sit down and go, I should really play these.
Yeah, because it's true. Like, if you really wanted to play it, you'd be like, I'd make an hour or
well,
so.
Even like this
Yeah.
week, like, this week I had the 5 days off. And in that 5 days, like, I hung out today with Freya. Tomorrow and day after, I'm going down to the lakes. Wednesday, I just, chilled. And I didn't even play it then, So,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, especially when you get like FIFA is the main game I've been playing so far since September, and it's like it's got in some video games you get to that stage where you're like, I mean, what next? Like I've done all I want to do in it. Like I've reached the mountaintop. Like
when
I
you're
don't
at
really need to-
45 in the career mode, it gets to a point where you're just a bit like,
yeah, you're like, okay,
same thing. I'm on the Prem again. It's a bit easy now.
I found
Yeah.
myself watching a few more like TV shows and things because
Mm.
like I've had days where I've sat down on my PC and I've looked at all the games and I've just gone, I just don't feel like playing any of these right now, and then just turned off.
What
Then
TV
gone-
shows
gone
have you
and
been
watched TV.
watching?
So I started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender because I'd never seen that.
oh, Aang.
Yeah,
My boy's talking about Aang on that Nickelodeon shit or Cartoon
Yeah.
Network. I can't remember.
so I started watching that. It's pretty good. Especially like there's a joke which I feel is extremely underutilized, and I'd love to see it in more shows where if someone tells a bad joke, it's just silent, and then someone just goes.
I didn't.
It's
It can
literally
literally
like
cut
man
out
coughing.
perfectly, so we didn't hear
Did
that.
it cut out?
Yeah.
It's literally just like a cough. It's literally just the subtitle is like man coughing, and then you just hear it's just in the background.
Just dead.
Yeah, it's just like it caught me off the first time it did it, and I absolutely loved it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why something that stupid is so funny to me, but it is.
Have you ever
Nice.
watched, just on that kind of subject of like really kind of silly shit, but it's like brilliant? Have you ever watched Bob's Burgers?
Yeah,
No.
that is my
show.
go-to hotel room television.
Yeah.
Because it's always on like Channel 5 or something at weird hours. So I always,
Great.
I
There's a kid in it.
I
Like, one of the
regret-
guy's kids is called Gene, and he is possibly the funniest character in any show.
yeah, got a great voice.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
for me. It's unfortunate. I saw like a. I've realized parts of shows and stuff, the way like the art style and things looks towards me, like the way I think about it will affect like the show.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't watched Bob's Burgers because I looked at it and I looked at the art style and I thought, I don't know why, but something about this art style really pisses me off and I hate it. And I don't know why. I really don't. So
That's
it's like the
really
show
interesting.
itself, I'm just never going to watch it
No.
because every time I look at the characters, I just think they look so fucking dumb. Like I don't,
Well,
I
that's
don't
half-
want
that's
to
the
watch
point.
this.
That's half the thing. They are really stupid.
they're all idiots.
I know. But it's just, yeah. No,
But
I
it's
don't
I
know.
completely
have
get
that
because that's
with
the
random
same kind
shows.
of like art style as like, well, not the same art style, but the same gripe people have with BoJack Horseman.
Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
haven't seen that either.
Yeah, BoJack
Yeah.
Horseman is fucking brilliant. But so
Do you
many
know
people
what?
just don't watch it
Yeah.
because they're just like, I just don't like. I'm not gonna watch a cartoon.
For me,
It's like,
the show that perfectly, is Archer.
oh yeah,
I've never seen Archer. I've only seen maybe like a bit of the first episode. And I think it was one of those things where I didn't immediately find it hilarious and I thought the art was a bit weird. But, apparently it's really, really good. So
I
it's one of those things
tried
where
to
like,
watch Archer and just couldn't get involved with it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that
But
or-
I don't know
yeah.
why certain animation things like appeal to me. So like regular show, I don't know if either of you have seen that. For some reason,
Kind of.
Gonna look it up.
that's it's kind of like a SpongeBob-y sort of thing, where it's a kids show, but there's a lot of jokes in it that you can enjoy as like a young adult or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah.
You know that? I
Yeah.
don't know why that art style's fine for me, but Bob's Burgers isn't, and I don't know why. Adventure Time is fine for me, but like BoJack Horseman
Is it
or
because
like
it's
King
really
of the Hill
fantastical?
isn't. I don't know
almost?
why.
Like both Adventure Time and Regular
well-
Show, like you said, they're humanoid, but they're not. They're like, they're all different creatures or different like absurdities. Whereas like Bob's Burgers they're like supposed to be people, but they're all just a bit odd.
They're all kind of depressing and dumb looking.
It could be, yeah. It could be.
Because I could.
Yeah,
completely
it could well
understand
be
that.
something like that. I don't know. It's really weird. I just get some shows that I look at and just a switch flicks in my head, and I just go, nah, I'm not watching that.
That's fair. That's why I never watched
Rick and Morty is the same. Big Les, yes.
Because I know I'd love that show.
That's
because
done
the
in
animation
pain.
was just like, nah.
But like something like Rick and Morty, I heard the characters talk and the voices sounded fucking annoying, and I was like, I'm never watching this because it's just grates on me. And that's no disrespect to the show either, because loads of people have really liked it and said it's amazing and stuff like that. But for me, it's just like I just like looked at it and I heard the voices and I was like, nah. Like,
Yeah. Again, it's such a caricature of just like, Morty's voice is just so
Rick!
dumb.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
needy
exactly.
and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it's such a reflection on the character. I quite like Rick and Morty, but I like it from the aspect of the animation is really well done.
Yeah.
And
I also quite like how dark it is. I think that's sometimes.
I think that's why
I think it's
really stuck with me.
If I sat down and watched it,
shit.
I feel like
says
if I
something
sat
about us,
down
I
and
think.
watched Rick and Morty, like if I genuinely committed to it, I feel like I would enjoy it. But it's just that, when you're just like, it's like adding a show to your watch list and then you never watch it, right? It's sort of like that. It's penned in, it penciled in. I might watch it. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to, right? Because there'll be something else which jumps out at me more, and that's what I watch instead.
There'll be something that's better. Well, what you need to do is you need to do what happened to me today. So because I was both uploading a video for work and downloading the Lego Star Wars game on my Xbox, I didn't have any, there was no bandwidth for me to do anything else. So I had pre-downloaded on my phone from Netflix the show called Dead Pixels.
Okay.
And I watched the whole first season just on my phone. And I'm like, this is probably the first time I've actually watched a TV show whilst not being distracted by anything else for a while. Like, it's a rare... for me, it is. It feels like a rare thing. Because usually,
for me too.
I get
unless
if I'm watching it
really stuck in on.
Yeah, like if it's like
the recent Attack on Titans, I'll do nothing when watching those.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
No.
Or like for me, like when I was watching the F1 Drive to Survive thing, I was like fully watching it.
Yeah.
But I feel that that's, at least with my short attention span, if I can actually stop and watch them, I'm like, it is enjoyable watching the media the way it was intended to be watched. Like, it's different, but no, it was fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I watched WandaVision and Stranger Things, much like that, where I didn't have anything distracting me, and I really, really enjoyed them. I thought they were really good. Stranger Things is great. I highly recommend finishing that because you haven't finished that, have you, Andy?
For the purpose of the podcast, Charlie's been on that Stranger Thing grind.
Yeah.
Charlie has been messaging me, James, I think, as well.
Hang on.
He has been all about that life.
So much
I
to the
messaged-
point that
I messaged-
Freya has muted my phone so that in the middle of the night it doesn't just go on the side.
She
table.
mentioned that when I
You
was
didn't
there.
tell me that. Hang on. That's on you because I said I would do it.
I don't mind.
I
doesn't
said
wake
I
me
would
up.
do it.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's not on me.
It's affecting.
I said I would. And Andy, I only asked you twice. I asked you
I
once
know, but
by
it's
messenger, and
yeah,
then I
yeah.
forgot and asked you
It's
again.
just. I partly said that because I knew James, because when I met James, that was mentioned. But
Oh
it
no,
is a
but
good
James
show.
I was deliberately messaging a lot because I was just
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to think of jokes and memes about
Hey,
the
man.
show to
It's a
send
good-
to
it's a good
James.
show.
there was the one.
That was
the
one right at
purpose,
the end.
yeah.
Like spoilers. It's not a spoiler either. It's just like
Nah, it's been out for a
Hopper,
while.
No, like right at the end, and that was the last one.
And then Drake tried to nonce her. Oh
I'm
well.
Obama.
I'm
what?
Obama. Do you not know about the Drake nonsense thing?
Yeah, as
No.
you said that, I went and then realised what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Millie
Wait,
Bobby
what
Brown,
was
isn't
this?
Millie Bobby Brown, who is English. She sounds like she's got a fake English accent. It feels fake. But anyway, she's not. She's English. But
Yeah.
apparently Drake like invited her around. This is old news. This is like years old
I
now.
don't know any of this.
He invited her around to just his house.
Like they were like messaging because he was like a fan, and he puts it down to the fact, I think, that he was like, no, I'm just a big fan. Like we just, I messaged her one way day to say like I was a big fan and stuff, and then they were just talking.
And then it's like you're inviting a 16-year-old round, or like I don't know how old she was, 14-year-old around your mansion. Bit
Yeah.
weird, especially
Yeah,
as
that is weird.
bit weird. But
That's really weird.
hey,
Okay.
man, I'd have loved to go to Drake's mansion when I was 14. That would be cool.
Yeah, but he's not.
You'd have ended up in MJ's, mate.
yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd have been safe from any sort of debauchery. I'd just
You just
get a
record
touch
an album
everything.
with him.
Hell yeah, I wish. God, that'd be my make-a-wish if I was a.
Would it?
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon if I was gonna die in a few months, it would be either not die and then make it
That's a good one.
make an album with Drake
Yeah.
or Kanye.
Wouldn't people really
Kanye, I think, would be
really
more
disappointed
chaotic.
by that though? Not
What, the
saying,
album?
Not saying you're bad.
I'll be dead. I don't care.
The album will be unreleased.
I also wouldn't listen to
No,
it.
no,
so
no,
I'm
no.
not Drake or Kanye. So sorry, mate.
No. It would be, first of
Hot
all,
take.
hater. Second of all, it'd be released, but it would just be that thing of
Yeah,
why is Drake releasing this whack shit with his
this white boy.
with his weird English guy,
kid.
his weird white guy, and
the
and
music
like,
videos
it was a
would be
Make-A-Wish
funny.
thing.
I'd rate the
And they'd
music.
be like,
I think
that kid is too old for Make-A-Wish. You can't be giving 24-year-olds Make-A-Wish.
Just for that alone, I would love to see it. It'd be
Oh, yeah.
so funny. Just to see all like these like hood gangsters and stuff. Like, who the fuck's this white kid?
And I'm looking hella anemic.
What?
Yeah,
Like I'm bald,
yeah.
but I'm like still.
Like,
I've got like
When
the
really,
Gucci hats
yeah,
on.
your chain's too heavy for you. You can't quite keep your neck up.
Yeah, too much ice. But
So dumb.
no, I'm too old for
That's-
me. Oh, have you seen?
I
This is what oh, sorry. Carry on.
no, I was just gonna say I go for something so much. It sounds like so much less, but I just go like maybe ping a football round with Messi or something.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Nah, I like that.
punchy. Elon
Boring,
Musk in
but
the
I like
face.
it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, your thing could be like, I just want to meet Elon Musk,
And then
and they're like, okay, cool. You can, and then what's he
Yeah.
gonna do? Punch a?
punch it.
Well, you're not a kid, but
Yeah.
punch a dying kid. He's not gonna do that,
Meet
is he?
Putin.
And then you meet Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punt
But
Hasbulla.
you kiss
That'd be a
him.
fun one.
Hasbulla. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasbulla.
I reckon I could kick him. A
Where
few
did he
meters.
come from?
I just
Russia.
understand
All
that.
over Twitter. He's all over Twitter.
Yeah,
He's
it's
this-
I really don't get
what
I
is he,
think
like-
the original clip
He's in
was
like
him
his
and-
20s, but he's not
him and
dwarfism.
his mate.
No, it's not.
Um,
I don't think it's dwarfism. I think it's something else.
No, it's something
I
else.
got no idea what it is. But him and his mate, that thing where they were going to fight each other, and they were like squaring up to each other. I think that's where it all kind of started.
That never happened, did it?
No,
Or did it?
No.
I don't know. It's one. It would have been funny, but this all just feels kind of like we're bullying him.
Yeah, it
The
does.
Or
kid's
like
got
people.
so
I'm not.
much
I don't
money.
watch him. Well,
Oh,
now
he's
he
loaded.
does.
I would
Yeah.
happily
He doesn't
let
care.
everyone bully me for the sake of that money.
He is
Yeah, but-
loaded.
Okay, yeah. From his point of view, I completely understand. You know, fuck it. You know, he's probably multi-millionaire now.
Yeah.
But from an external point of view, as someone who is not a fan of Hasbulla or knows much about him, it feels just a bit weird. It feels kind of like.
Yeah.
To be fair,
But then, is it
like,
more
with
weird
the-
to not be a fan?
Yeah, because the
you're
occasional
like-
videos that pop up that I see are quite funny. Like I saw the one of
Yeah,
his
they
mate
are.
where it's just like burger,
Oh yeah, same.
and it's just like
yeah.
that's been in my head for a week.
Or like
now.
the meme of him in the car seat going really fast. Yeah, that one's brilliant.
That one's so good.
This is the thing though.
Yeah.
It's entertaining, and from the videos it looks like he's having a fucking blast doing
yeah.
it as well. Like it doesn't. I don't think it feels
Yeah.
like bullying
Like
because
he
it
knows
does
what he's
feel
doing.
like he's
Like
Yeah.
yeah he's intentionally doing this shit because he thinks it's funny, and it is. but I just don't know where the hell he came from.
No,
because it was like
Yeah.
it was literally nothing, and then it was like
honest,
jokes
yeah.
about someone buying a Hasbulla cutout to scare the shit out of his mum or something. You know what I mean? It's just like, where did this?
Actually, the recent.
Where has this started?
You know the story I told recently about the hotel that didn't exist anymore, but by the time we got there,
Yeah.
one of the you can ask for special comments.
Yeah.
I put, can I have a framed picture of Hasbulla as the comment, just to see my new experiment is to see what wild things they'll actually do for you when you book hotels.
Yeah.
So like
That was the craziest shit I'll do.
beforehand was like, can I have a framed picture of Paul Scholes on my bedside table? And I'm just going to continuously put different ones just to see if anyone actually does it. Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because one will. Eventually you will get someone that does that.
Eventually I will get what I asked for, and it'll be the best day ever.
Or,
Can you imagine going into like a 5-star hotel and asking for something weird? Because they'll deliver it.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
If it's like a 5-star hotel, they will deliver it. Or whatever it is.
Or what you could
Ask for
do
like
to
a
give a
body
bit more
pillow or
scope,
something.
you could ask for something whack, but then just put after that, or the next best thing, and then just leave it as that.
Yeah,
And see what
that's
they
a good
decide that to be.
Yeah. Do you know?
And then they're like, I don't have a framed picture of Paul Scholes, but I
He's
do
a ginger
have a
kid.
cardboard cutout of Michael Carrick. Yeah. Or a random ginger
I can
child.
send you
Or
a clip to
toenails.
suck your toes. I was watching a
Christ.
podcast recently that was listening to, which was talking about stuff like that. And it was, I think it was Example. And he used to say that when he was on tour, he would just ask the runner for like, can we have a crate of Heineken, some Cheetos, and a cardboard cutout of a Star Wars actor.
Nice.
And they just see which ones they could deliver over tour. And by the end of tour, their tour bus would be full of cardboard cutouts of just like Star Wars characters.
It's insane shit.
Yeah.
That is so smart. I've never once thought to do that. And the closest I've gotten to that was me and Sophie went to London like a few months ago, and I booked this axe throwing thing.
Nice.
And you can leave comments is it someone's birthday? Is it a promotion? You can do something like that. I just left in the comment, it's one of our birthdays, and I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see if they would even bring it up, or if they would just let it. And in the end, it was pretty boring actually. They just asked which one of us was it our birthday, and it was neither. So that was weird. But that is brilliant.
Eventually, I'll be
that.
able to sit here with a picture of something stupid that I've recommended and be able to show you that.
You just imagine if you walk into one of the top hotels, like the Ritz or the Dorchester and stuff. You're like, "Hi, can I have a framed Mason Greenwood t-shirt?"
They immediately cancel my booking.
You're like, yeah, but it has to be from this season, when he's not played.
But it does remind me though. But and you were saying, Andy, about leaving messages and stuff. It reminds me, we went to I went to a Slipknot concert a few years ago with my brother and a couple mates, and we went into Five Guys because we haven't been in there.
Love Five Guys.
Ever. We'd never gone there, but we were in Manchester and we thought, fuck it, we can see one. Let's do it. We're hungry. We just need shite. And we wrote loads of stuff on because they have these little things and put things on the board and things like that. And we wrote some things on it. So it's just stupid things, and we put them up. And we did it halfway through the meal, and we were still eating, and we just looked over and we just saw this one of the wait staff just come up, just taking everything we'd written just down. Just no, I'm not having this. This can't go. We were just like, what? It wasn't even that bad. And then I was like, oh, actually, one of us did write Brexit means Brexit on it for a laugh. I forgot about that.
Five Guys are very pro EU.
Just took down everything we've written. Oh, okay.
You know what the G stands for in G5.
Politics. But now the closest I've ever done to that is in the there's a museum in London to do with surgery. It's near King's Cross. I can't remember what it's called. But in the pre-bit before you go into the main area of the museum, you can write down reviews of the museum. And next to that was a little box where they were like, write like a positive note. And then the idea being is you put your hand in the box, you pick it out, and it just goes like, life is a journey. It's all about the bumps and the blah, blah, blah. Like, it's stuff like that. And what I just did is I wrote down our mutual friend, Patch, his phone number 5 times. And I just put it in there. I have no idea if anyone ever found that, but I hope someone did. And I didn't put any name or anything. I just put the number. And just little stuff like that. It's the pulling a grenade but not seeing it explode. That stuff's so funny to me.
You love that, don't you?
On a bathroom wall.
This is like this. I forget. This is Andy's favourite thing. Is just setting something up and then never seeing if it works or not. This is it's like the classic example of this was the one you said you did with like drinks.
The Fanta thing.
Like,
I don't know exactly. We might have already mentioned it on the podcast.
I don't know. I don't think so. But
I just shake up cans of Fanta, and just leave them in the fridge. But stuff like that, I love just because
it's the thought more than anything.
It's also because, like, if I'm meeting up, like I met up with James recently. If I like pranked James, I like see the prank happen, then I get like a little dopamine rush from seeing him being pranked. But then it's done. Like the prank's over. Whereas doing stuff like that, it's always happening. Like you don't know when the prank is. There's just a little, like right now, like I mean they're probably long gone now, but like a little part of me is like someone could call him.
Yeah.
And
it's the slim chance also that somebody does. You join a call with Patch and he just goes, "Somebody called me the other day."
Yeah.
And because it's a museum, so it gets lots of international people. So he might get calls from like crazy, like numbers from Asia or something.
They got to go through at the end of the day, right, and take them out. Surely.
Maybe as they take them out,
but maybe they don't.
Like, they're like, "Oh, we've got another number here."
It's in here 5 times.
No. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
And also,
I think
on the like adding on to the fact of why it's so fun, potentially with pranks, if somebody gets annoyed at it, you've got to deal with them being annoyed. So if you shake up a can and put it back, and then they open it up immediately and go, "I just put the shirt on. What the fuck are you doing?" With that, they have no clue it's you.
Like the can could hit them like 3 hours later.
Yeah,
and at which point. They've got no idea why it exploded.
And they'll just blame themselves because nobody else is around. They'll just go, "Oh,
yeah." They're like, "Oh, I
stupid,
fucked up the can."
Yeah.
And just like with Patch, like it's also one of those things like stuff like that. You might even forget about it. Like the only reason I thought of that is because we were talking about long burn pranks. And I'm like, "Oh yeah," but I love doing stuff like that. I need to do that more.
Yeah, that's something I really should do, inconvenience people, but from really far away.
Really far away. But also, you got to make sure you don't do anything too serious.
No, it has to be a mild inconvenience.
Yeah.
At worst.
So much so that like they borderline think it's either an accident or their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, my name's on your name's like your number's on a museum slip. Patch is thinking to himself, "Did I do that? Did I put that down?"
Oh my god, this is. Oh, maybe we have to like pay to make this a video one day. But like, have you seen that prank where people buy like 100 sets of keys and they just put a number in the keychain?
Yeah.
And then they just drop the keys all over like a huge city, and they get phone calls like all day, so like, "Hey, I think I found your keys," just like all the time. Oh, I love that.
That's one that will cost so much.
Worth
to get new keys cut. We wouldn't even have to get them cut. Actually.
Yeah. No, just like whatever. Like Charlie, you sent me that thing about like it was in Australia. It was a person who'd like broken up with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was brilliant.
The Chewbacca.
Which one was it?
It's the Chewbacca.
So good.
Yes.
The one at the so for context, a clip.
Yeah, I forgot to send you guys that.
Boyfriend and girlfriend, they broke up, and the boyfriend put like come pick up. Have you found our dog with the number at the bottom and slips? Put loads of those up that were just for send in your best Chewbacca impression to this number for $100. And at the end of the video, my favorite part of it is the woman's playing one of the voicemails. And it goes like, "Pay me my fucking $100."
Oh, it's brilliant. It's so simple, but so brilliant.
So good. It's so good. She's like, "Oh, I've done nothing to deserve this." I was like, "You must have, surely."
It's the way she's
Either
like,
that or he is
we could have been really
crazy.
mature about this, and we could have been fine.
But I don't
Hell
know, because
no.
I feel like if he was crazy, it'd be like keying the car or something. This was something that someone's thought this would just be funny, and then I could just leave it. It's just gonna annoy her, and then I can just leave it.
I also love the idea. Like in that clip, I think it was from like the news or something. Like it was like a news article.
Yeah.
And like Deborah has been receiving calls for over 2 weeks since. It's like, and then she's like,
At that
like,
point, I think
the B-roll is just her going like this with different
and
like
then
voice
the
notes.
news anchor's like, it's been keeping our kids and her up at night. It's like, turn off the phone.
Yeah, no, there's no excuse for that. Just turn off the phone. Yeah.
It's so good. I just like, it's something I wish I'd thought of to do to like one of you guys or something. Because like now, if we did it, it's not funny because it's copying it. I mean, it'd still be kind of funny, but it's copying it, right? And it's like, oh, it's like that video we saw. But if you think of that first, it's so funny.
You got to think of your
best Chewbacca noise.
yeah.
I would. That kind of prank is just because it is so just. He literally sat there and just went, "That's funny," and just ran with it.
He's
Just
like,
did it.
"That's funny. I've got a printer. Let's make it happen."
There was
Trade
no
off.
second thought,
Trade
I'll
off.
get the people involved in this.
I just think it's like this. But this is the thing though, where I'm thinking Instagram Reels for me are now better than like YouTube Reels, like the Twitter Shorts and YouTube. Well, it's not YouTube Reels, YouTube Shorts. Instagram Reels just throws you shit like that every now and then.
Yeah.
You go through shite, gold.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
it's like Vine,
Yeah, it's
isn't it? It feels like Vine.
Perfect.
Like,
Yeah.
But it's like the ones where it's like Google Maps. It's like send this to your best friend or something, and it just zooms in, and there's a bloke just doing that like at the end of it. You know, it's just like mother. Like,
Or it like zooms in and like there's a town called like nowhere,
Tiny
sad
Park.
town, little penis land, and it's like you've been served. Yeah.
It's that kind of
I don't know, I
dumb
just-
that I think is the best though, when there's no thought put into it, and it's just there.
the other ones which I find funny for no particular reason are the ones where, you know, if someone just like runs on screen, it's like, and then just runs off again.
Like a cartoon.
I saw.
Yeah, exactly. Just
I saw.
Then run off.
it was like the first bit was a clip of a lady with a big bat salad bowl, and she was like, "Forget everything you know," and was clearly about to say like about salad or something, but
About something else.
he just cut it there, and he just went.
It's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. And all the comments are
that's
like, "Can you do
class.
that? Can you just?" That's
Or
immense.
yeah. No.
Oh,
This has been the meme hour of the podcast.
Truly
But no,
has.
I do
New
love it though.
memes.
I also though I have discovered that I've started reading like articles and things because it started because you get like just random articles pop up on Facebook, right? And a lot of them will just have like memes or entitled people is usually quite a funny one. But I've discovered I've just started clicking on links even though I don't care like at all. Like it'd be
What do you
like it'd be like today I just clicked on one. It's like 12 times Thanos died in the MCU comics, right? Or the Marvel comics. I was reading through it and I was like, I don't know any of these like people killing. I don't know what's going on. There's like
I know
7
what's
different
happening.
Earths mentioned here. There's like lots of different writers being thrown. I was like, why am I reading this? I don't know what this is. Like,
And they've
what am I
won.
doing?
They've got my click.
Yeah.
Those
They got the
Thanos-
interaction.
I'm
That's
just
all
like-
they needed.
Yeah.
It's just like this, like supreme extreme version of Doctor Doom, like God Emperor Doctor Doom ripped out his spine. I was like, cool.
And you
Who
Who?
the fuck is that?
and those
What's Dr.
articles
Doom
where they've
God
got like
Emperor?
they fluff it out so long, so it's like scroll paragraph ad paragraph
Yeah.
ad.
And then it's
you're like, I've-
number one.
I've not.
It's like,
Yeah. You're like, well, we haven't even started yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know why I'm reading these things. I
I
think it's
don't.
just my. I partly blame Instagram Shorts. I'm just like new thing. Find information. What is it? I don't know. I'm just processing shit.
That's it now, isn't it? That is new media as a whole. That is just shit. But that's what we're living.
Speaking
in
of
now,
shit, I think this is a good time to wrap up. We've about hit over an hour mark.
Shit. That's what this has been.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's been an
Absolute
interesting
horseshit.
one, hasn't it?
It has. We went from
tangent filled.
Adult friendships to giving our friends' phone numbers away. And
I guess that
Chewbacca
is
competitions.
though, isn't it? Really?
It's probably why we're
true.
struggling so much to have adult friendships.
Fucking off.
Oh, he doesn't know it's me. It's shit. But no, thank you for listening to the Sandwich Podcast. Having a bubble. Bye-bye. Thank you very
It's
much.
been wonderful. Catch you all later.
And if you're listening on Spotify, remember to rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, and
Hit
if
us
you're
a follow.
watching on YouTube,
If you
drop a
enjoyed,
comment of your favourite Instagram Shorts human.
Your-
I don't know what they're called.
and your
Name?
favourite prank to
Use
play over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
favourite place to write your friend's phone number.
And if you watch to the end, type out what you think Chewbacca sounds like.
Yeah. Nice. Or
There you go.
upload a
Right.
video and link it. That's the other side, isn't it? Right.
Right.
Well, thank
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching.
Catch you later.
Pieces.
Bye.
I am bursting for a piss.
I am sweating.